Hello! Hi, everyone. My name is Adam. My pronouns are he, they. Welcome all to the Nerdsmith Presents Limited Series Yes, My Liege, using the Most Trusted Advisors system. A game about being royal idiots in charge of a kingdom on behalf of another royal idiot. As I mentioned, my name is Adam, and now... I forget every time that I should introduce that I am technically playing a character.
There you go.
I am
You're good.
the GM for this system. I am playing the Liege, the titular Liege, the Infante, Inviolate, Intolus, the Insolvent, whose pronouns are also are he, him. My players.
It's me. I had to look because I forgot the order. It's me. Hi, I'm Chelsea. I use they, them pronouns, and today I am playing Lady Miriam the Fair, who is the Lover's Playbook. She uses she, her pronouns. And I'm very excited, also because I rolled a new agenda and it's the one I wanted, so I'm excited.
That's nerve-wracking.
It's part of the reason that I chose the group that I did, because I liked that one a lot. I also I'm going to get into a fight, so sorry.
Hello, welcome. I'm Colton, as it should say down there. I think I'm not watching the stream, so I'm assuming. I go by any and all pronouns. And I am playing Baron Oodle the Fourth now, not the third, because he was a traitor, scoundrel, and deserves everything he got. But not me though. I'm different. Just built different, I guess. And you know, we're going good. He goes by he, him, and we're frosty. You know, we're moisturized when we're in our lane. I wouldn't say we're rested, but you know, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
You cut out when you said not bad, and so I just heard bad, and yeah, it's like that sometimes. Yeah.
That's all I heard!
And sometimes 2 out of 3 is in fact bad.
Oh my god, Dan's not here to help me recover between that and my turn. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, we'll get to that at the end.
Oh my god. Hi, I'm Gabby. I use he, they pronouns. And I'm playing as Count Lorenzo, the Fool of House Bella Rosa. Because I fell from grace, apparently. Who is the Blackguard playbook, and I will redeem myself one way or another.
Fantastic. Normally we are joined by a 4th player, 5th player total, Dan Pixel, who is not here tonight. Unfortunately for us, but fortunately for them, is because they are giving a talk at PAX East, which is really impressive. And we hope that either went well or is going well right now. I don't know when exactly that talk is, so good luck, Dan. I'm sure you crushed it.
We miss you, Dan. You're gonna do great.
Everything is gonna be fine when you return.
There will still be a kingdom, maybe.
Yes, possibly.
There'll be something. So, before we get started, I would like to give a shout out to our sponsors. So the sponsors for this include Die Hard Dice, home to the friendliest shopkeepers in the realm, carrying quality dice and accessories. Use the code NERDSMITH for 10% off your next order, and be sure to let them know that we sent you. Next up, we have Hero Forge, an online character design application that lets users create and buy customized tabletop miniatures and statuettes. releasing exciting new features every Tuesday for their Pro subscribers. Use the link in the chat to get your Pro subscription and help support the network today. I have read that like 3 times already, and my mind has never like focused in on statuettes, and I'm gonna have to look up like what they mean by that later. So it worked on me. We also are sponsored by World Anvil, a set of world-building tools that helps you create, organize, and store your world setting. If you'd like to check all that you can do with a Sage membership, check out our link in the chat as well. And finally, a huge shout out to our artist, Cindy Salem on Ko-Fi. Cindy made all of the busts for this stream. We are very proud of them. We love them very dearly. The busts, we appreciate the artists very dearly. And so be sure to follow them. Anyway, so rolling in, we have a few. Let's take a brief description of the kingdom and of the capital city. I think it's been about a week or so. New construction has already started. Ground has broken on the University for Dogs.
On the University for Dogs.
Dog
midwives.
Yep.
Dog. Well, it expanded out from there.
Yeah, but it started with.
Call the dog
It
midwife.
did start. Yes, call the dog midwife. With a really high-pitched whistle that only the dog midwife can hear.
That was such a stupid joke, Gabby. It took me a second to realize what you were saying. I hate it. I took psychic damage from that one. Fuck.
I have to stay in character in and out of campaigns, so you know.
So that is broken on a university for dogs. Probably more of a technical school, I think, would be a way to describe it.
Vocational college.
It's a fucking
Yeah, it's a vocational college for dogs.
It's still called a university because, you know, they want to have an air of legitimacy, but, you know.
Yeah.
an air of legitimacy for the midwives for dogs. I hope they do.
What's the name, Colton? Did you come up with the name? I forget.
Yeah, it was just like, I think it was like the University for Dog Midwives, and then it just had like 97 different conditions after.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
God.
and, or, yes, but,
It's
so on and so
incredibly
forth.
long.
Yeah.
The acceptance
they have
letter
to,
is
like,
a scroll like foot long. It's a foot long scroll
yeah.
for the acceptance letter.
It's
And at the
just
bottom-
name of the college.
It's the name of the college, and at the very bottom it just says "You're in." And it's also like totally useless because dogs can't read until they go to the college.
They do good work there. Good.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's started. They have the letters, they have the letterhead and everything figured out. They have like things printed out. They are accepting students. They've only done the most basic work as like building the buildings. So that'll be a bit. It'll be a really long time until we have any dog midwives, is what I'm saying.
Yep. I fell to Grace trying to sell up using cats. That didn't go well.
Well, you know, and that's the thing is, the world gets better through incremental change. And next time we get to vote for the person who will implement more dog universities. So there's always that.
As it should be.
Yeah. We get to make the world a little better every, how many years is it that you vote for a monarch? It's every how many years? I forget.
Don't vote
Anyway.
for him.
Some. I'm sure it'll happen
It's
eventually.
some number.
We get-
It's some number.
We give people the illusion of a vote.
Wonder what that's like. Anyway. Moving on. Moving on to other things that are happening in the city. There was a very expensive state funeral. Not that the dog university is any less expensive, but don't worry, because Bitcoin is more popular than ever. And it is all over the place, and it is paying for everything. Some would say that it is in fact it's easier to get Bitcoin and trade in Bitcoin than like the actual currency of the kingdom. That's fine, probably.
I did.
Anyway.
I
Gabby.
did good. I did the kingdom good. I feel good about this decision.
Well, let's get into our characters, shall we? Lady Helena has been in a period of mourning, which for her,
Judge Judo.
I imagine,
Judge
a mourning for the
Judge
only
Judo reader.
the only known practitioner of Judge Judo, a self-defense manual and style that she created for court officials, that one guy knew and failed to successfully use to defend himself against her. So it's a really tough week for her. She's in mourning, which I assume means just doing a lot of violence, but in a way that does not allow her to interact with, like, public.
That tracks.
Poor Irrelevant.
Yeah, new crop of squires, I think, after this week. Don't ask where the old ones went.
I remembered an NPC name. Fuck yeah.
I forgot about Irrelevant. That. Jesus Christ.
I'm curious, are we all on the same page about Irrelevant's name being... I didn't actually name a human being Irrelevant.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, we're all right. Just making sure we're all there.
Lady Helena named a human being that, though.
There we go.
So
Yeah,
now
yeah.
that is forever their name.
Yeah.
You're
So,
gonna correct
speaking of...
Lady Helena.
Oh, certainly not. Speaking of the people who are here, what are, let's see. As the newest member, we'll have you go first, Baron Oodle the Fourth. What horrible concoction, what miserable scientific alchemical creation are you whipping up?
Yeah, so we have established that my tower laboratory does have direct line of sight to that bastard Stefan's room. Just the worst person in the world.
We sure have.
And what I've done is created a big rubber band.
You invented rubber, and the first thing you do is make a rubber band.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm
Are
putting...
you shocked? Why are you so shocked?
I'm putting rotten eggs in the rubber band, and having, you know, my two assistants hold them up, and I'm just launching rubber eggs out of out of
Rubber
the
eggs
room.
or rotten eggs?
Rotten eggs.
They
Thank you.
just bounce off. Rubber
I'm just
rotten eggs.
launching them at Stefan's window. The bastard.
How's it been going so far?
I don't know. Want me to roll?
Yeah, you know what? Let's start this off with the first roll. This seems like, now normally I know that you are a big Concoct fan, but I think because you have already made the rubber band, what you're going here for, or what you're going for here, it would be balance.
I was gonna say ruin. Trying to ruin his office.
I think the difficulty here is that you are
There.
you are trying to aim it, and that's like a physical task that you're attempting that does not require, like, you know, it's not a feat of strength and more of a sleight of hand, if you will.
Well, being the fact that Baron Oodle the Fourth is a 90 and 20-year-old individual, I don't have any imbalance, so I'm gonna roll a disadvantage, and then we're gonna see what happens. That's a 6 and a 2, so a 2.
Okay.
Great
So
start.
that is,
We're off to a great start.
Yep.
that is what we in the business call a tragedy.
Oh no.
So I think what happens is that you aim just too low entirely, and you are going to cause yourself some trouble by hitting someone in the courtyard down below. Who is it, and why are they particularly a troublesome target to hit?
Well, I'm trying to think of who isn't Stefan that we haven't murdered that would be troublesome to hit, and I can't really think of anyone.
Feel free to make someone up.
Yeah,
It can be a totally new character.
sure. I'm going to say, The Archbishop Valentino.
Okay.
Just right in the face.
Well, I like, maybe this was like a twofer, where you've tried like 2 eggs at once, because I love right in the face, but also I love right in the big bishop hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. I support that.
1 in the face, 1 in the hat, hat on the ground, bishop on the ground. Bishop and hat struggling to find each other. Egg in the eyes. Everyone's having a bad day.
As I look out the window, well, I hit the secondary target at least.
The bishop managed to get the egg out of his eyes and sees very clearly where the eggs had come from, and shakes his holy symbol in your direction. The bishop will remember this.
The bishop will remember this.
Exactly.
I stick my tongue out and blow a raspberry that is not so much a raspberry as it's just dust.
Just don't lose your teeth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you seem like kind of a dry dude to be able to blow raspberries.
Which I believe would be part of egregiously violating a moral, religious, or cultural taboo.
Sure, that's I'll take it. Yeah.
Ooh.
I do want to know at some point the specific circumstances that made blowing a raspberry such an egregious violation of a religious taboo here. Is there like a Christ figure who was killed via raspberry, and that's...
I think also it's just tossing eggs at the bishop.
Okay, yeah, I guess that also works.
Not tossing. No, not tossing.
No, you're
Launching
Launching
rotten eggs.
Catapulting.
There's a difference.
I also imagine that it was like the one thing, because there was this law that Wisconsin had to repeal like 5 years ago that made it illegal to make fun of people for refusing a duel. And I imagine it's something like that, where blowing a raspberry was like the one thing not included in a law like that. So it's sort of like, you know, the main form.
It slipped by,
Yeah.
and so it had to go in as a social thing rather than a legal thing entirely.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So there's a specific law against every other form of making fun of a bishop for refusing a duel. Good.
Is launching rotten eggs a proposal of a duel? Is that what we've just determined?
Apparently.
I guess. That's how you do duels. Now.
Yeah, if you
That's how
refuse, then
challenge
it's
someone
just-
to a duel.
If you refuse, then you just say, well, that's egg on my face.
Oh God. It's too early to end the session.
I don't want to keep going. I want to stop.
We haven't even started the session. All right.
I don't want to keep going.
Gabby, let's give Chelsea a little bit of time to recover. Gabby, what is Lorenzo up to?
Look, I'm just living up to my new title, okay? I have
What
to
is-
at this point.
What nefarious scheme is Lorenzo cooking up?
My question is, how long does our good friend Baron Oodle stay in his office, or does he have other places that he has his work held?
I mean, all of the multitude of secret laboratories in the castle are A, secret, and 2, under lock and key. And possibly more.
Well, I think for fun, I'm gonna pull this one a little early. As a twist.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pulling this shit early. I wanna get this piece. I wanna do what I wanna do soon.
Okay.
As Lord Spy Master, I have spies everywhere. I have eyes everywhere, including one of Baron Oodle's assistants. One of his current
bastards.
assistants. And I'm pretty sure Baranoodle has let many of his assistants to many of his secret laboratories.
That's
Is
true.
that correct?
Yeah. I mean, not my secret most laboratories, but you know, the less secret laboratories.
Enough of the secret ones. Something.
Yeah.
So this wonderfully helpful assistant to both of us, that only one of us is aware is for both of us, would of course help Count Lorenzo into one of the many secret labs. And Count Lorenzo, what he's trying to do, he's like, I'll show them who the fool is. I can make anybody look like the fool. It's not gonna be me who looks like the fool forever. Fuck this, I'm not the fool. What Count Lorenzo is trying to find is dirt on Baron Oodle, like any very, very not okay experiments that would instantly have gotten him banished, that like if it were to come to light, would continuously get him thrown into the inescapable dungeon or worse. So that's kind of what Count Lorenzo is looking for.
Okay.
Now, when you eventually address this, what I will remind you, Colton, is that it has to be something that would have been done in the last week, because you are Baranoodle the Fourth.
Yes.
And you cannot be held accountable for anything that Baranoodle the Third did.
No, of course. That rake. Ugh.
Oh, but yes, but you know so much about your brother's work.
Family.
I don't know what
Exactly.
you're talking about. I will activate one of my I can always moves for stepping into one of my laboratories uninvited by me. You do get cursed. I can cast a curse on a PC always.
No, read off what that does.
It doesn't say. I'm assuming it's up to
what is
unless
it?
it's the specific
I thought there was
because there is a cursed misfortune.
What is this skill?
It's one of my I can always.
Oh fuck.
Though if you do suffer misfortune, I have to give you ducats.
Yes,
So
yep.
I have to give you money each time you fail from the curse. But cursed, are we using the specific cursed condition for this, or is it a different?
I would not say that this gives the condition. I would say that this is like the curse here is you give them a ducat, and I will consider that in their, like, if they suffer ill fortune, I'll consider the curse narratively, and then you will give them the ducat for doing so. Okay. Basically, what I would interpret this as is probably they get like an additional misfortune when something happens.
Cool.
That would work with the so you are poking around in a laboratory uninvited. Does this? I mean, this seems like.
I mean, I was invited by an
a skull.
assistant. Okay.
I mean,
by me,
the uninvited part
me.
is not.
Yeah.
Not in the you can always part. That's just flavor.
So this is a skulk, you said?
It seems like a skulk based off of what you're trying to. Or is this a survey? Is your goal to go like unobserved, or is your goal to like find stuff, find information? It sounds like information, I guess.
Yeah, because it's not. It could also be considered study, even though I don't have study as a skill. But if I'm like looking, like researching, so there's two ways that it could be. There's a couple ways it could be interpreted. Either study, in which I'm actively trying to read through his journals and such to find information. It could be skulk, where I'm trying to be careful not to get fucking spotted. Or it could be survey, where I'm just looking for anything that looks a little suspicious. Either way, they are not good rolls for me.
I think that probably survey is the one we want, because it seems like what you set up.
That one.
Oh, you have what?
I have at least one chance at survey.
There we go. So I think the repercussions here, if you fail, will be you probably grab something that is not as incrementing.
Not as blackmailing.
Was that a word? Incriminating. There we go.
Incriminating was what you're trying to say, yes.
Thank you. You will probably find something that is not as incriminating as you would like it to be, or as you first think, perhaps, and also whatever the repercussions of the curse are. So why don't you go ahead and give me a survey?
I at least have one thing in survey, so I have a slightly better chance. 6!
Nice. All right. Fantastic. So, oh yeah. All right. Why don't you tell me, Colton? Tell us, Colton. What is the incriminating thing? The thing that will definitely get you banished, if it is brought to light.
It is a recipe for a Zobian-based wine.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Yeah, it's a wine recipe.
Now, since they haven't come up much,
Forbidden wine, even.
I am going to remind the viewers that Zobia is the enemy kingdom. The Duchy of Zobia is the enemy kingdom that we just finished up a war with. They are hated. Anyone who works for them and associates them would be punished immensely, totally executed. That's not a worry for anyone at this table.
Nah.
Surely.
I'm fine.
But now it's a concern.
I'm an octogen tuplet.
And so this was a recipe for a Zobian wine, then?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
How to make this very specific, very rare vintage of wine.
Is there any notes stating as to why you would want to make this wine, or is it just a recipe?
It's I think it's included in a letter from a fellow alchemist from Zobia saying, "Oh goodness, this wine is so much better than that hogwash that you have over in your country."
So you're in communications with a Zobian alchemist. Beautiful.
Damn.
That's bad that he found that. That's bad.
I think a 6 should be rewarded.
I appreciate it, Colton.
I asked Colton for banishment, and Colton gave me execution.
On a 5, I probably would have done banishment.
I
No,
did
6?
say
Oh.
imprisonment or worse.
That's fair.
I did say imprisonment or worse.
Also, you still
Well-
have a curse, which I'm sure won't come up.
You also have blackmail information. So
I
what
do.
do you do with that right away? Besides cackle to yourself, I assume.
Oh, very much I cackle to myself. Let's see here. Yeah, I think with one of my own bits of paper, I'm gonna go ahead and copy word for word exactly what I witness, like what I read, just so he doesn't notice this missing original piece. So I'm copying exactly what I see written down so I can have the exact information, write down any notable names, but I make sure I even copy down the Zobian recipe very accurately. I am copying this thing to the period.
So you have this Zobian recipe on your person. Great. I'm
so
glad we've
charming.
established that.
Oh yes, I'm so charming though.
All right, fantastic. And then you just sneak back out of the
Oh yes.
out of the alchemy lab.
Oh yes.
The secret alchemy lab.
Yes.
So the tier 2
that
secret
one of our
alchemy lab.
shared assistants that is only one-sidedly known to be shared led me to.
Okay. Chelsea, what's Lady Miriam up to?
Probably entertaining the king. I'm gonna be real with you. Either that or
That's
she's
fair.
painting like out in the courtyard. She probably saw all the shit that happened with the bishop that morning.
What is the Infante of Inviolate, Intolus, the Insolvents favorite form of entertainment?
She actually, I believe, had, if I remember, for the Lover playbook, you can start with either a pet mouse or a songbird, so she probably has a songbird.
Very cute.
And it's probably doing like a little show. It's probably like chirping and tweeting and doing like little like flips and tricks in the air. Thank you so much, Gabby. Wow.
That was very good. Playing the part of the songbird.
Incredible.
Multi-talented.
I'm here to entertain, folks. I'll be here all session.
Now, Intolus seems pleased with the bird, but a little bit distracted today. As he's been kind of scribbling, he's been scribbling at a, in a, I don't know, like a book of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And you looking over his shoulder, you can just see endless reproductions of like a chart with a line kind of going up, basically. There's at different points it's labeled like Witcoin, and then some axes, like both axes, in some of them both axes are labeled Witcoin, and some it's like Witcoin like time, and some it's like value over time in Witcoin. Witcoin's always on there, and it's always one of the axes at least.
Oh no.
He's real into it recently. They were handing it out at that state funeral. It's the talk of the town. Everyone's using it. And all of a sudden, he snaps his fingers and he sits upright. He says, "Lady Miriam, I've had a breakthrough."
Have you?
I have. Passive income. Forget the others, they'll want to hear this.
Okay, I'll stay here. Or did he tell me to go get them?
I emerged from the shadows.
Okay, okay.
I can always emerge from the shadows.
That's very true.
You
That is
called,
true.
Your Grace.
No, Lorenzo. You're extremely just in time.
I live to serve and to prove myself completely worthy of your time.
It's uncanny, and it's also now, given your new title, very funny.
Charming. Of course, you would find entertainment in that, Your Grace.
Yes, thank you for recognizing my constant sense of humor. Colton, does Bear Noodle just also make an appearance unsummoned? Or do we have to wait on him?
I think it's funnier if we have to wait on him.
Yeah.
But I think we can skip ahead.
All those stairs.
Just checking my pocket sundial. Okay.
10 minutes later, everyone's just been standing around, just sort of looking at their pocket sundial.
I made another thing!
Is it me, or is Baronoodle the Fourth slower than his brother?
I would say so. Slower.
Still getting used to the stairs, my lord!
Of course.
Oh, no, of course. Well, they do take some... We should replace all stairs with slides. Put that on the agenda for later, Lady Miriam.
She writes it down.
Okay, excellent, fantastic. I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. Once you get
Write
there,
it down.
he begins. I've been thinking about Bitcoin a lot recently, and how it can be used, and how it's benefited me, and how it can benefit our people. Now, I'm an early adopter, so not everyone can get the full benefit, obviously, but you know, the early bird gets the worm. And I've been thinking about how through passive income, income that just generates itself while you sit there and do other things that you want to do with your life, how we can use that to make everyone better off. So I've come up with an idea, and I'd like to see you all implement it. Now, it will be harder without Lady Helena, who is mourning. But I believe in you all. I'm sure you'll all handle it fine. Now, here's what I'm thinking. The passive income investment for peasants program featuring Bitcoin. Passive income for peasants. I have passive income.
Sure.
So many of my ministers and advisors have passive income. These peasants don't know about passive income. I want you to educate peasants on passive income and get them to start investing so that they can earn passive income to better do afford more gruel, you know? Gruel shortage is the #1 complaint with peasants in all of the polls that I've put out. And they could fix that if they just knew about passive income.
Of course, Your Majesty. As always, you have the most brilliant ideas.
Yes, certainly.
Thank you, Lorenzo. I do, don't I?
No matter how asinine they may seem.
What was that?
Nothing! I had a tickle in my throat. I was trying to clear it.
Oh, you should get Baranoodle to look at that. I've heard he's quite the medical mind as compared to his brother.
Oh yes, I definitely plan to have conversations with the good Baron, don't worry.
Wonderful.
Well, you've got your mission. A program to create understanding of passive income among the peasantry.
Wait, so we don't actually need to give the peasants passive income, we just need to educate them about the like, what passive income is?
Well, I want you to help them develop their own passive income. But I figure once you help enough of them, they'll start to do it with each other, and you know they'll share those things like they do recipes or the plague.
Understood.
I knew
Well,
that's where you were
to
gonna
it.
take that, and it still broke me.
I think my choker literally just tried to choke me with how hard I was laughing.
You know how much peasants like to share the plague. They do it all the time. They wouldn't do it if they didn't enjoy it.
It's their favorite thing.
It's bonding.
Oh my god.
It's bonding for them. Maybe work the plague into passive income. Let them figure out how they can make passive income off of a plague somehow. I don't know.
Sure,
Yes,
of
yes.
course.
We will engage in some brainstorming, my lord.
We'll get right on it, my liege.
Yes.
Good. Well, I have to go draw this line more. I quite like it.
It is fun when the line goes up.
It is fun when the line goes up.
Or to
And
cross lines.
it's good for the kingdom.
Yes, the line never stopped going up.
No, especially communicating across lines. Those are very excellent.
Yeah, well, I mean, sort of. I haven't had much call to do it. I'm not really experienced in communicating across. I don't really know what you're talking about, Lorenzo, but
Don't worry about it.
trust you implicitly.
Excellent.
And he wanders off to go draw his drafts. So where do we start with passive income for peasants?
Well, I mean, as I'm sure Lady Miriam is busy, a little distracted, then goes, Oh, so the peasants like to share recipes, do they? I'm aware of quite a few people who enjoy sharing recipes with others.
Oh, really? Who might that be?
Oh, I know of a few wine recipes that get exchanged amongst other allies across the ways of a fellow profession, one might say. Wouldn't you say, Baron Oodle?
Yes! I mean, I don't know. You said you know this stuff, so I'm presuming you know.
I'm sure you know just as well as I do, and that's very fun to think about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've lost this conversation.
Yes, of course. Of course. Of course. So passive income, how do we make that work?
No, like, seriously, going back to... You're trying to be sneaky, I can tell, but I don't know what you're talking about.
I just very gingerly pat his very old head and go, don't you worry about it yet.
Right, okay.
So passive income for peasants.
Oh, well, so, interestingly enough, I actually tried this a while ago. The goal was to give each peasant a coin that would make another coin a copy of itself every day. Unfortunately, the hypothesizing of it turned that every single, outcome of this would be a disaster. A gold goo scenario, one might say. However, I do have several ideas. I believe we might institute a program at the University for Dog Midwives that could teach these people how to accomplish it.
And how are they to afford it?
Well, you gotta spend money to make money.
Make an investment, I was going to say.
Yes, invest in the university, so it might invest into you, for you to get passive income after you've invested. Investingly, I think we've solved it.
Trying to look at the stuff I could do to help out with this. I'm wondering.
I mean, worst comes to worst, you can always appeal to a friend or even an enemy who you think might have a good lead on this.
I don't think my enemy would be very helpful in this case.
My enemies are growing.
I have an enemy that could be helpful. Oh no.
Yeah.
Is it who I think it is?
An investor?
Is it who I think it is?
From episode I blew off.
Iconic. No notes.
Yes! Episode 1 throwback!
I do know someone that can help us with this, unfortunately. And he wanted to invest. Oh god damn it.
Full circle, baby!
So, we go to the office of one Arturo who spins around in his chair rather dramatically and says,
Bond villain?
"Why, Lady Miriam, it's so interesting to see you here. Whatever would you be seeking out my help for? By the way, we never got that meetup to talk about investing potential for the pool. Is this that?"
So, we the pool, unfortunately, we already kind of have sorted for the most part right now, but we have a
I've
bigger
seen
and
it. It's
yes,
kind of
but
scuzzy.
we have a better arrangement actually moving forward that I think you'd be more interested in.
I'm listening.
So we have been our shared liege has decided that he wants to help the general public learn investments and investing in general. And we were looking at
Well.
potentially opening up a avenue with the university that's being built.
Well, our liege has a generous and very kind-hearted approach to looking at the investment skills of your average person.
He requested you specifically.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Can you give me an appease?
I definitely
It
can.
seems-
That's my
It
four
seems
dice.
like you are absolutely telling this guy what he wants to hear. He would
That's
love it if your
amazing.
new lover views him
That's a
highly.
6.
Okay, all right. So we're just not going to fail this
a 2,
episode
a 3,
at
and
all.
a 6. I have 4
Nice.
apiece, bestie.
Fantastic. All right. So yeah, oh shit, really?
She's so.
I mean, that's.
Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, I'm kind of the greatest investor in the land. Listen. I don't. You didn't hear this from me, but I was there when he kind of had the idea for Bitcoin, and I'm just saying I pushed him down the track. That's
I
all,
definitely recall you being there. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I was,
Yeah.
I was there as well. I 100%.
Uh-huh. No, yeah, we were both.
Mhm.
So you know this. You can attest to
Mhm.
the fact that I kind of gave him the push that he needed. To make it his own, obviously. But it was
Yeah,
kind of
don't
my own
mention that you pushed
first.
it.
Sure. No, I mean it wasn't. I mean, you can't go around
And
pushing the monarch.
He wants to
Um,
keep your involvement, at least his ask of you, on the down low. He wants to.
Oh, of course,
show
yeah.
favoritism, of
Make
course.
moves. Make moves in silence. Yeah, no, I totally get that. I'm finding this guy's voice.
So don't bring it up that I told you. Is what I'm saying.
Oh well, hey, I don't need praise. I have
That's
good
exactly what he
investments.
needs. He needs it so desperately.
Yeah. I don't need praise. I'm happy to, I'm really into just effective altruism recently, and effectively putting my investments and my ideas. That's the best investment you can have, is your ideas. That's the best way you can invest in people, is to give them ideas, your ideas, not give them, but help them use your ideas to get to their ideas. I'm an ideas guy, and I'm happy with
She's
that.
so good at looking like she's actively listening to anything that anyone says. She is fully brain gone, zoned out.
It's the I Dream a Genie theme song playing in her head.
100%. She looks like she's listening so well, though.
I'm imagining in the other two chairs in the office, Lorenzo and Baron are just glaring daggers at each other.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, I'll happily help you in get this, rolling. You said something about the university. Now the university's for dogs. I don't know. Are we trying to get peasant dogs investing?
Yes, we teach the dogs how to invest for the peasants.
Oh, and that's what makes it passive, because the peasants are doing it.
Yes,
Yes, exactly.
you
There we
solved
go.
it.
All right, fantastic. So, and I mean, obviously, he wants to work Bitcoin into this.
Oh, naturally so.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've got everything in Bitcoin now.
Baron is
I'm-
having a panic attack right now, very privately, because I think he's the only one who understands economic theory in this kingdom.
I think Lorenzo does. Gabby doesn't. Lorenzo does, and Lorenzo is enjoying the chaos he has sown in make. He probably is the one who whispered the idea in the
Yes.
Intolus's mind, really,
100%.
and just made it pass off as the Intolus's idea.
Well, I'm all aboard on Bitcoin. I've got everything in Bitcoin right now. All my savings, all my medieval stocks, all my medieval bonds. That's all of my third medieval financial terms.
Oh,
God,
this guy
I should
is
have done like
fucked.
yeah. And so yeah, so we want dogs teaching peasants. We want dogs investing for peasants.
Yes.
How do we get the dogs to learn to invest? And what do they invest in? Aside from Bitcoin, obviously.
That is partially what the university is for. It's a school for them. There's other programs than just the midwife program.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, it doesn't exist yet, right? Like, it's not...
Something tells me you, young man, are the most ideal candidate to teach courses in this. Obviously, you know best on how to invest in Bitcoin. Who better to teach dogs how to invest in Bitcoin to make a passive income than the master of Bitcoin investment?
You know, that's... And I think this seems like an appease. Because you are again telling him what he wants to hear.
Can I assist?
I don't believe there is an assist mechanic in this game.
Fair enough.
And I think I like that. That's one of those like cool, unless I'm totally missing a page that I didn't read or something. That's like a cool thing of this is like, sort of this is like the backstabbery, and a way to do that to like represent that is like, there's like no help out here. You guys aren't helping each other out.
Well,
but
I guess would this kind of be like backstabbing him? Because I'm trying to screw him financially. One of the things I can get it to cut for is I literally or metaphorically stab someone in the back. Lorenzo knows that this is not gonna be, probably not, because I'm not actually doing that actively on purpose.
I think you're setting him up for a fall in the long run.
Okay.
But I don't know that, like, I think that directly this would be probably like viewed as beneficial.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
I think this is probably an appease. You're telling him what he wants to hear. You know, you're the greatest investor in the land. And I do think the consequence here is probably he actually passes it off to someone else who will more immediately fuck it up.
Yeah, I don't have quite as many appease points as Lady Miriam, but I don't have none.
It's really all she has. That's really, she's so good at telling people what they want to hear.
That's another 6.
Yeah, bitch!
Fuck, alright. Yeah, he shakes your hand. He says, yeah, I'm on board. You got me. I'm all in. Now we should, at some other point, not today, very busy, obviously, setting up the, getting things together, getting people on board, getting dogs on board. But we do need to have our investors lunch. You two, yeah, you're, sort of, like, you're not like the vice president. You're not the vice monarch here. So don't worry about this. This is kind of like a CEO, CFO sit-down chat for, investing, Lady Miriam and I.
I hate this guy. I hate him so much.
That's kind of the idea.
How Lorenzo is wondering if he should save Lady Miriam. But he's finding a subtle entertainment in this.
But yeah, sometime soon, we gotta do that.
I'm sure we can find a time. Again, not today. I wouldn't be able to discuss it either. We are very busy. But I'm sure we can find a time.
A lot of plans, a lot of things to do today. We gotta get this. We gotta hit the ground rolling and get the ball also rolling. We gotta hit the ground running so the ball can get rolling.
We all have very busy schedules. We might be able to fill you in 30 years from now or something like that, but we might be able to fill you in for that lunch at some point.
Well, now, I mean, we do have a little bit of a shorter timeline than that. Maybe
20 years.
Run.
Yeah, 20 years would be good.
Truly, in the long run, as much as I would love to sit down and have that meeting with you, it is up to our grace when
we're able
to do that.
I mean, he can be in on that meeting,
watch. If he's available.
Does that count as telling a laughably? Does that count as telling a laughably bad lie?
Wait, is that a lover thing or is that a?
That's a Blackguard thing. That's a way I can get a ducat. Is if I tell a laughably bad lie.
I don't know that.
I'm not utilizing the ducat thing. Oh no, it's so obvious
like
that
maybe
I don't know.
Well, you got ducat when you just like put someone down, right? Or is that a different thing?
Say something
Is that
tonight
like you
about
can
someone
always-
more powerful than you is a way I can get a ducat, and I always try
Yeah,
to
this
say
is
something smart.
probably equally powerful.
Yeah, so he's not more powerful, that's for sure.
Yeah. It's okay
I
if
think
not.
not-
I'm just
I
trying to
think
get
not
more
quite.
ducats. That's fine.
That's fair.
I'm doing my best. I'm trying to
well,
utilize the ducat system more.
Yeah, that's totally. I appreciate it. Just keep doing increasingly bad lies, and I think we'll get there.
Again,
So-
it is up to our liege and the time he has available. He does require me often, so it depends on when he doesn't need me.
Right. And he seems visibly pained, holding back tears. Okay, yeah, that. Well, sure, no, of course, yeah. Well, whenever we can, as soon as possible.
Would that count as saying something insensitive without meaning to be?
Yeah, that's
Yeah!
facts. Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
All right.
Because like she knows it
and-
hurts, but she's just
Yeah.
speaking truthfully. She doesn't want to have the meeting, but she's speaking.
Oh,
truthfully.
yeah.
Lady Miriam
Like,
don't give a fuck.
I'm not going to actually make you set up a meeting with this guy.
Oh no, she's not going to.
No. I'm saying like we can like, you know.
Just
Move on.
always
I think-
dangling him on a string, always
That's
holding
exactly what
that
she
carrot
does.
right before him.
Yep.
I think
Like, oh, no,
as you
we
exit,
can figure something out. I'm sure.
as you exit his office, a messenger comes up to you and hands you a little note bearing the royal seal.
Yeah, what does it say?
And
Sorry.
inside it says, "Where are we? Slides instead of stairs."
We were supposed to do. Fuck.
I thought he tabled that.
I did too.
That sounds like
looks like I
something
have
he would do.
How much asbestos do you think we could get short notice?
And they have to
You
hand
can't
read
build
it, right?
everything out of asbestos.
Watch me.
You shouldn't try to build everything out of asbestos.
Watch him!
Fine. Have the knees of the concrete union healed yet? We can
Oh.
just pour a lot of concrete down all the staircases.
They've sort of hired new concreters,
Oh, yes, sure.
more docile concrete pourers.
Good. Just what this country needs.
Are we going to pursue that, or are we going to table it further?
I think we table it further.
There's a little bit. All right.
All right.
So, we have that idiot thinking, well, he probably is going to end up doing the teaching. We'll pay him in Bitcoin. It's fine.
Yes.
He's already investing in it. Now we just need to get the word spread about this particular degree of schooling. We can throw a marching band,
Sure.
have a parade all the way around, and we can make just a fuck ton of flyers. God be like, damn all the trees that need to be built. We can make it work later.
Sure.
And we could just throw those flyers up in the air. Who cares if they get into the swamp a little bit? It'd be a grand hurrah to go ahead and say, like, look, you can invest, and you can have more parades like this. Huh?
Oh, yes. I feel like there should be something else, like,
Fireworks show.
yes, a fireworks show, a magical, wonderful, missile-like fireworks show. I
missile-ing?
support this, yes, as in, like a missile. Like
Got me in the first half.
Pacific, like
You
an
had me in the
imbecile.
first half, lost me in the second, but now you got me back in the third.
Excellent.
We just keep
All
breaking
right.
at him with our complicating these simple
Overcomplication,
ideas.
yeah.
So you
Overcomplicate
have
a
a,
simple plan with needless. Oh no, that's never
With
mind. I
strange
didn't read the
occult
full thing.
practices.
Nope. Overcomplicated simple plan with layers of needless duplicity. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was
Duplicity
cult
is the key there.
practices.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why I fumbled my words when I read that part. It's important to read your things all the way through, kids.
Reading the rules
Stay in school.
explains the rules.
Now, who do you go to try and get the word spread around about the wonders of some income investment for I almost said
dogs.
presents, peasants. For dogs,
for peasant
peasants.
for peasant dogs, for peasants.
We need to hire a marching band and a printer, and make fireworks.
Okay. Here's my question: does the printing press exist yet?
I
Or are
am
you gonna
happy
have
to
invent
roll.
that?
I think that I think it shouldn't exist yet. So that way we have to
I like
have
that
like
better.
97 scribes spending like 2 days just copying. Invest in Witcoin.
No, rush
Through
job.
your
It has to
dog.
be done by tonight. Rush job. It has to be done by
Oh,
tonight
yeah,
so we
yeah.
can throw the parade tomorrow.
Well, of course, naturally, we want everyone to know about it.
Yeah, gotta get the word out ASAP. So if we
Jeez.
rush job it, who cares
Even though
if it's a
the
little...
school is nowhere done being built.
Look, who cares if the handwriting's a little sloppy? Not a lot of the peasants can read anyway. It's fine.
That's fair.
Maybe if we do some really pretty pictures, maybe that will get their attention. Bright colors, colored paper, that will get their attention.
All right. Lorenzo, you're in charge of hiring the scribes? Yes? Yes.
Sure.
Excellent. Lady Miriam, can you procure a marching band?
I can do my best.
Excellent. And I will create the fireworks display.
Excellent. And we'll make sure to have plenty of wine.
Oh, yes. Is that a reference to something?
It is. You'll catch on eventually.
Okay.
Oh no.
As you split up to go your separate ways, Baron, you pass by the cardinal that you hit with your rotten
Oh,
eggs
no.
earlier.
Would it be safe to assume that he wants me executed?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I would say so. Just in general, you seem. I would argue that you are kind of diametrically opposed as far as your understandings of the world. If we're going with a general medieval pastiche here.
Sure.
And he sneers at you as you go by, and he says, "Baron Utul, I just thought you ought to know that this morning I had fireworks excommunicated."
Oh, well, aren't you a spoil sport, you nerd?
All right. Well, he quite taken aback at that. He turns to his guards, his royal holy guards. They look like the Swiss guards, but a different color palette.
Sure.
And he says, "You all heard of that? He mocked me again for refusing a challenge. And that's illegal. And we arrest him now, please. Thank you."
Egg on his
And
face.
the guards move to seize you.
Hold on. Get back. You never actually refused my challenge.
Oh, yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You did not fill out the forms in triplicate and deliver them to me.
It sounds like you're trying to bluster me around.
100%. Yes, I am
Okay,
fully trying to
Please
bluster.
tell me you have good bluster.
I have 3 in bluster.
Jesus.
I think the consequence here is that he will just sort of power through on his lie / his version of events. And the good outcome is that he sort of he sort of folds to what you were saying and realizes he doesn't have an appropriate paper trail.
Sure. Cool. Excellent.
5s and above. 5s and above.
5s and above. That's a 4.
Oh.
I mean, that's still a partial success.
Yeah.
So,
The dice heard
what
me and
happens-
said no.
What happens is he says, "Oh, fine. I will be willing to I will be willing to put aside the challenge business, but I need you to use your ways. There are things that I can't do to well, we can't. The church keeps getting alms in Witcoin, and we don't get it. You know, we don't. I don't really understand. So I would like you.
Oh, don't worry. There's nothing to understand. It's all bullshit.
Well, then we definitely don't want it, and I need you to create some kind of way to have there be less Witcoin. Or
Sure.
we can continue this business here, and I will continue to try and arrest you.
I have an idea.
Oh.
Yes. I need to. Yes. Less Bitcoin to the church. That can be accomplished.
Less Witcoin in general, perhaps. People just sort of give it as alms.
Less Bitcoin to the church. Got it. And I start walking away.
Yes.
What's your plan for less Witcoin?
To the church.
To the church.
To the church.
I am going to go back to what's his ass.
You have to be more specific than that.
The X.
I've introduced so many
Yeah.
what's his asses.
The X.
Okay, Arturo.
Yeah. Knock.
You say that.
So back so soon. Oh, hello there, Noodle.
Hello.
Noodle.
Do you want something in particular, or I'm very busy?
I have a business opportunity for you that you may find very lucrative.
All right, I'm listening. And he kind of like, behind him on his desk, he sort of flips shut a book in which he's been drawing hearts around pictures of Lady Miriam.
You see, you
There's
know
bad
how
poetry too.
you know how you have all that useless currency that isn't Bitcoin?
Oh, sure. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I've got all this gold. What do I want with gold? Because there's so much more Bitcoin.
It's so useless. You see, the church is saying they are willing to trade you Bitcoin for that useless gold.
All right. I mean, this seems like. Okay, so I'm curious as to. Oh man, I mean, it's not. This is a tough one because you are like. Peace doesn't exactly feel right.
I would say bluster.
I guess bluster,
because
I'm
I'm
trying to sell him like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
okay.
Paranoodle's
That-
whole thing, selling people bad ideas.
That's fair. All right, yeah. Let's go with bluster then.
Excellent. Woo! That's a 6, baby.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Game that is it is really critical that you guys have bad things happen, and you cannot stop rolling 6s. Okay.
Let us succeed a little bit. Shit.
That's fair. All right. So he's like, Yeah. Oh no, this is a great side hustle investment for me.
Yes.
Hey, if the church doesn't want Bitcoin, they're lost. Am I right?
I know they're
Bitcoin
stuck in their
never
ways.
decreases in value.
It never decreases in value. It always goes up.
Just always goes up. It's incredible. Yeah, I'll take their Bitcoin. Suckers. And he hands you the little bit of gold that he had left, and also he directs you to other burghers the merchant class who have gold that they're interested in trading for Bitcoin. So we're consolidating all gold wealth in the city in the hands of the church. Thing that can literally never go wrong.
I'm
Don't
sure
worry
it's
about
fine.
it.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Of course, I do, as the person in charge of this transaction, I do take a little gold off the top.
Sure.
You know, to myself.
The one facilitating.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You know, it's only fair.
It's a broker's fee.
Yeah, precisely. So minus my brokerage fee, the church gets all the gold from the
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
Well,
I got myself out of problems today.
so you do return when you return to the cardinal. The cardinal. I think I jumped him between scenes. You might have said he was a bishop earlier on. He's a
I said
cardinal now.
archbishop, but
Okay.
which
Well,
is essentially a
that's still
cardinal.
above a cardinal.
Yeah.
No, that's technically. Anyway, this church can operate however it wants, even though it does still, I guess, have the exact same positions. Don't worry about it. So the cardinal accepts the gold and hands you an even larger amount of Bitcoin because there's way more Bitcoin.
Minty.
That's what makes it so valuable. Everyone has it, and everyone has so much of it also. And he squints at you and he says, "This will do for now. Fireworks are still excommunicated. Good day."
What about prayer sparklers?
Well, for a donation, I could see it. I could see an exemption being made for prayer sparklers with a suitable donation.
All right. I am going to spend a ducat.
Oh,
So in the church, you know, there's a big like wooden symbol of the church,
sure.
and I am going to spend a ducat to transmute one substance into another,
Okay.
and I am going to clap my hands and go boom and turn the holy symbol into gold.
Okay. What is the holy symbol?
It is just a circle.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, you know.
All right.
To work for the amorphous deity that
Yeah.
he. Okay.
Yeah. It symbolizes oneness.
Yeah, this church actually has karma
Hal,
in
moment
it
to come back
remind
in
you
on.
that what goes around comes around.
Yeah. Not to me, of course. I'm immune.
Yeah,
But
well,
to everyone
certainly
else, yeah.
Not to people who are immune and like, I don't know, at the top of the circle or whatever.
Yeah.
You do have to hang it correctly, even though it is a circle. There's no distinguishing marks as to like how it's hung actually correctly. It's just sort of a vibes-based thing.
This one took 4 executions before the serfs got it right.
Yep. He laughs and claps his hands in glee and thanks you. And we'll consider this an appropriate donation for you to have some sacred sparklers.
Yes. Excellent. The prayer bombs shall be fantastic.
No, that's just different.
They're just regular fireworks with like pages of the fantasy Bible wrapped around them.
like rolling a joint. You say prayer bombs, and he says, "That's
Sorry, yes,
something
sparklers.
else.
Prayer sparklers. I apologize.
that's a different thing.
Okay.
We use those
Because
for
praying is the
other
bomb.
stuff.
But praying is the
Oh.
bomb.
All right.
And now that we don't have to bother with Bitcoin, we can afford more of those if we
Yeah.
decide to.
Yes. Well, I'm going to excuse myself. Goodbye.
I-
Goodbye.
We'll shuffle out and rejoin the other two advisors.
Great.
Oh my
What have
god.
you two been up to in the meantime? You both have your tasks.
It's always a time when Colton, it's Colton's just a time.
Why, thank you. I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
It kind of is.
It's not an insult. I don't know what it is, but it's
insult.
not an insult.
It's not an insult. I can promise you that. Also, is that a jam jar? That's a
Yes,
jam jar.
it is a
you use?
Smucker's
I
jam
couldn't
jar.
tell if it was a jam jar or a, like spaghetti sauce jar. I couldn't
No, yeah,
tell which
yeah,
one it was.
yeah, jam jar. Hashtag not sponsored.
My jam jar.
You have to turn the brand label away from the camera. Oh, you said
It's
Smuckers.
completely removed.
Well, we're gonna have to edit that out, actually.
No.
Jam jar every time.
If Smuckers wants to be name dropped here, aside from that,
And
they
that.
have to give us money. And yeah, okay.
No one say the S word.
That's gonna be
Anywho.
tricky. All right, so your tasks, respectively, I believe, are to get a marching band together. And Lorenzo, I'm gonna be honest, I've completely blanked on Lorenzo.
I believe I am
Scribes.
get the flyers.
Get the
Yes,
scribes
flyers.
and everything.
Get the scribes for the flyers. Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
let's
who would
look
like to
for
try
a
and address
marching
their thing
band.
first? All right. Now you're a musician.
I'm not. I'm a painter,
I'm-
not a musician.
Oh, shit. No, you're right. Goddamn, sorry. Well, you have a bird that can sing,
I have a
so
bird that can
I'm
sing.
a
Obviously.
patron of the arts.
That's why I was sent to get the marching band, not the scribes. Obviously, it was my bird.
You're
You gave Lorenzo the task of looking for the scribes, and I went, "That's a choice. Okay."
Oh, don't worry. I have plans within plans.
God.
you're a patron of the arts, so you presumably would know where to find musicians for a marching band.
Yeah.
Is there a
yeah.
big dedicated marching band in the city?
It
Is there a royal marching band?
It sounds like something he'd have. Yeah.
So your job then is to get the royal marching band on board for this. Actually, I think it's not a royal marching band because then the monarch could just sort of order them to do it.
Tell them to. Yeah. Fair.
And it would be, and
Unofficial
obviously,
royal marching band.
yes, the marching band that they hire for everything.
Yeah.
It's used to be the
Exactly.
royal marching band, but budget cuts, palace budget cuts. They didn't have any whatever.
They can't keep them on reserve. They can't afford to keep
Exactly.
them on reserve.
They didn't have enough marching band situations to justify it decades ago, and then it never got, they never got brought back in. It's a whole thing. Really
They kept the
interesting.
program up.
Yeah, really interesting legal history of the marching band that we don't need to get into right now. So, what's your approach for this marching band? Who's the head of this marching band, in fact?
There is actually, it's not one that I chose, but there is a traveling bard named John within the lover choice.
Okay.
Can we?
I like a
John, what are you doing here?
It doesn't have to be
Look at
related
No.
to you in particular. We can just
No.
steal names from places.
Yeah. It exists
What's-
within the world.
What's gonna make John a difficult person for Miriam to convince to get on board with this? I have something if you can't think of anything.
Pay him in petunias. Sorry, that's the name of my Dragon's Crown character.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But I am gonna steal a little bit of the John, our friendly John on Dragon's Crown. She is so good at talking so nice and convincing people by using their like what they want. I imagine he's just a little dumb and doesn't pick up on those kinds of things.
I'm going to build off that, and
Okay.
I am going to say that he is both dumb, and also John is a sort of well known to be a gentleman of the bedchamber, or some other noble, which makes him naturally disinclined to Lady Miriam's charms.
Of course. Also, probably a little like jealous and a little mad because she's like the same position, but for the king.
Yeah.
Like, that you
And
took my
so there's
fucking
like
job.
some professional kind of like.
I could have been living your life.
Okay. I could be gentleman of a bigger bedchamber.
Yeah. I guess.
So John sees you coming, and sort of is a kind of does like the when you like, I guess like the only thing I can think of is like, oh man, like, not to put any particular region on blast, region of the U.S. on blast, but like, kind of like the Southern Belle thing where they're like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. I've seen this happen
bless
like
your
in front of
heart.
me once or twice, and I've been like,
it's part of my life.
It is it's so good to see you, like,
so
oh,
good.
how have you been, kind of thing.
It's the like,
And
the
it's like the
church
smile
and
is
the,
like, yeah.
It's the church smile. It's like the church grip and that church smile that your mom and your dad give you when you're in fucking trouble. You're like, I'm gonna kick your ass when we get home. I swear to God, I'll do it.
And it is very clear that John cannot express that he does not like you, and also he is doing that
fine.
absolutely
Do
in a way
it.
that you can pick up on.
No, it's fine. Express it. See what happens.
Miriam, so
Oh my
good
God.
to see you. What a coincidence. What brings you here to the marching band? You need some kind of marching band stuff? That would be funny because I'm in charge of the marching band, and you would need me to do something for you. Wouldn't that be cute?
Considering I'm here on matters of our king and the palace, you would more so be needed by the king. But assume what you like.
I think that the king does need me. Deep down, Lady Miriam.
I'm sure he's pretty satisfied.
They're doing like, he's doing like the extreme like squinty smile. Is he though? And he does not say that. That is what he's trying to
It's
convey.
so catty. It's so catty, and I love it.
Yeah, but like, but what do you? I mean, does he need a marching band for, whatever you two get up to, or is it like something important?
We are pushing forward an initiative that he is wanting to do, and we were wanting to announce it using a marching band. If it's too much, I'm sure that I can find someone else to get all of the glory and the appreciation from our liege if it's too much of an inconvenience for you.
No. We can totally do it. I mean, we're like the best marching band around, so it's not really like an inconvenience so much as it is really our whole deal. What's the gig exactly? Should we be like making music about this grand new thing? What is it? Is it something that's like musically inclined?
Jesus fuck. We are starting a college, university with a program to help peasants gain a passive income. Trying to get the word out for it.
Now, I do my passive income by owning land, or well, my friend owns land, and I'm sort of there also. Can they do that now? Can they legally? I didn't think we let them own lands.
Well, it's not owning land, it's teaching on investments, things like that. We already have a brilliant educator in place.
Right. But I mean, like, how does
Or you can say no, and I can tell a liege that you weren't interested.
All right, this feels like a bluster.
I have nothing in bluster, this is gonna suck.
All right. Alternatively, I could see this as a disdain.
I have nothing, it's all pretty words, that's all she's got.
All right. I think the potential consequence here, will be.
What's the consequence? Because I rolled a 1.
Oh God.
Oh boy. All right. So I think
I rolled
that.
a 5 and a 1, and I have nothing in either. So.
Okay. Actually, he.
Do you have a twist?
He gives me just like this, like, Cheshire
Worse.
grin, and he says, "Yeah, I can totally do that. No, we can absolutely. We'll be there. Don't worry about it. We'll come up with something great and original for you." You just know that he's going to do something embarrassing for you when this parade comes together.
Great. Great. So I'm so glad you agreed to help.
I'm so glad too. And he takes your hand in that way that people do, like both of their hands around your hand, and they're just like squeezing it just firmly enough to be like, ha ha ha, I hate you.
Can't wait to see what you do.
I am realizing that we are kind of coming up on where we tend to do our 10-minute break. So I think that's a great place to end that scene, and we'll kind of pick up Lorenzo's stuff when we come back from that. So, folks, go take 10. We're gonna do the same. Get a drink, get some food if you need it, popcorn, etc. Whatever you do for streams, and we'll be back here shortly in about 10 minutes. Hello, welcome back. We are returning from our break here. Everyone is done eating and bathrooming. We're totally not finishing up the tail end of some of that right now. Let's get back into it. Now, we had one more task. We had one more task, I believe, that we had already set out to do. But was that you giving a peace sign, or was that you telling me there were 2?
This is me going like, hello.
Okay,
I do this a lot.
All right, so that is something that Lorenzo is up to. Lorenzo, you were tasked with
I'm off to make
getting
flyers.
a lot of flyers made. Yes. Now, where do you go about getting hundreds of handwritten flyers?
Let me actually double check my titles here.
Yeah, see if there's something interesting in there.
I don't know if this would count, but I wonder if my Postmaster General title might help me know where to go for a bunch of scribes, because like a lot of peasants can't write. So obviously there's a place for a lot of them to go, to write letters, or to have, or basically I'm trying, I would probably know of like where a bunch of scribes would be who can make these flyers. And if I have to halt a whole day of mail being made, I will.
Oh, so like, I like the idea that like mail is like, as Postmaster General, there's a whole like, function where like mail is like opened and then like rewritten. And
Yeah.
then like, yeah. All right.
I mean,
seems...
I get to read and intercept the mail. So
Yeah.
of course, if I don't like some of the mail that's being delivered, I'll just change some of it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That sounds cool and stupid.
There's a lot of scribes who know how to copy handwriting. They could obviously change the wording. I may have sowed a few chaos, caused a few family wars. Who knows?
So you do have to go ahead and pause all mail for the next 24 hours or whatever.
Yep. No more mail making,
work them
people.
all
We got
through the night.
we got more important stuff to do. Yep.
And as you do so, as you are ordering your underlings to in the mail service to pause and redirect their efforts, who should appear to inspect it all, looking for you, but Intolus, the Insolvent, who says, "Oh, Lorenzo! Perfect, so glad to see you. You were just the man I was looking for." Now,
Hi.
yes, I noticed the stairs, still stairs. Where are we on that? I thought we were on slides for this.
Slides do take some time, Your Grace, and of course we are making our best efforts to get said stairs installed. But first, of course, measurements must be taken. We must allocate the resources, knowing which stairs are the best to make slides first. There's a lot of thought that must go into it. You must understand that.
I suppose. Is there any way to sort of get that on board with the investment?
I'm sure we can throw in a whole idea of how investment is like a slide. Once you get going down, there's no stopping. And we can use that to build up on making slides.
You know, Lorenzo, that sounds excellent. I'm very excited to see what investments you've gotten all of the peasants in the city in by tomorrow.
I'm actually working now to make... Wait, by tomorrow?
Goodbye, Lorenzo. And he is already leaving.
Motherfucker, dumbass.
Your timeline
royal.
has advanced a bit.
Motherfucker, dumbass royal, who I have to kiss boots every fucking day, who decided to change my fucking title. Okay, bitch. Okay. Keep writing.
Yes, sir.
The nearest scribe jumps and returns to scribbling out the pamphlet. How do you treat this news?
Oh, not good. I'm not happy. Hey, I forgot that I have a ducat. I realized that I've had one ducat that I haven't used yet properly. And I have an idea. I mean, I already have the information I need. And what I think I'm going to do, while all of them are busy, to hell with the kingdom, I'm going to use a ducat with my societal title, Order of the Crow, to send a secret message to anyone you please via your choice of trained bird. Okay. And so I find a moment in my office, call forth my trusty messenger raven. I call him Snake.
Really sinister.
That's why I'm called the Snake, is because my snaky raven. Anyway, I was called the Snake. And I get my copy of the information that I took from Baron Oodle's laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in a nice little... I would read it again just to make sure.
I'm going to spend a twist.
Oh no.
Because actually, I prepared for this. When you had to copy this, you used some of the ink that was in the laboratory, and it's invisible ink. So the sheets of paper are now completely blank.
I'm gonna wring that old man's neck. Okay. Oh, hold
Yes,
on.
how dare he protect his secrets?
Actually, I prepared for this as a twist.
Not
I
the
pull out
Uber
That's exactly
card.
how twist should be used.
I pull out the other copy I made with my own ink just in case this little bastard had something in mind.
Delightful.
Okay. Sure. Go off.
Do you have another twist?
No. We need to progress the story just like 30 seconds before I use my next twist.
Fuck.
Okay.
If you deselected my bird, I swear to fucking God. And so I'm going to, with the next letter, actually, we'll put both in just for funsies, just in case.
Sure.
I don't know what fucking Bear Noodle has up his sleeve with invisible ink, so I'm just gonna put both of those both copies of the message in the little thing that I have attached to my crow, my raven. And I am going to have it sent to one of the Dukes of Zobia, the one that I am in secret contact with. The information of Baron. My bird very much knows the ways to fly to throw off any trackers off its case. It does not take a straightforward path. It does a few loop-de-loops, twirly-whirlies, go into a murder or unkindness. It's a raven. A couple of unkindness to throw off the tracks before make its way to Zobia.
It stops at a few like houses and shops and whatever for like so long, so that if anyone's killing them, it's like, Jesus, how long do I have to stand outside of this fucking fantasy cigarette shop? How long is it going to be in there? Can ravens even smoke? What's happening here? That kind
This
of
one
thing.
does.
So, I once saw this video.
It's a cool raven.
Are you throwing another twist at me?
Well, yeah.
Leave my raven alone!
No.
you.
I saw this video once.
I'm coming for
There
Oodle
was a
next.
seagull just chilling. And
I'm coming
behind
for
the
Oodle.
seagull, up came a pelican and just went, home. And my wonderful familiar, Oodles the pelican,
I'm gonna kill that pelican.
is introduced into the scene and swoops down and in its big maw just goes whoop to the raven.
I'm gonna kill Oodle. And the bird. I'm gonna kill both of them.
So I do think you witnessed this. You say, "Fly, my raven."
Yeah, just
And the
right
raven
out
flies and just
Oh, I'm gonna kill
fully
that
in your
motherfucker.
view.
I'm gonna kill that bastard. That's 2 of my twists today.
Same.
Interesting. I was gonna make a joke, but I stopped myself. I was gonna make a really bad pun, and I stopped myself.
Because then we'd have to end. Yeah. Now, you do still have the issue of your foreshortened deadline here. Are you going to tell the others about
You
that?
were the only one that knows about it.
That's true.
And I
Yeah.
just got done talking to the fucking marching band.
I haven't even started the fireworks. I was just doing some extortion.
I am going to... Okay. We'll go ahead and I guess try and find, I guess Miriam first, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna find Miriam first.
Fair. She's probably coming back from the marching band. She's a little like, I'm gonna gonna shake him. I'm gonna shake that bastard.
Lady Miriam, I hope everything went well with getting the marching band. Also, the regent wants us to have everything ready by tomorrow.
I'm sorry. What? What was that?
Yes,
what was that
of
last part?
course.
One more time?
He wanted to ensure everything was ready for display tomorrow, for discussion.
By
what he
everything, do
specifically-
you mean everything? Or just like the does he know about the marching band and all of that? Or are you talking about the investments? Like, do we have
The
to have
stairs, the investments, everything.
This still wants the stairs?
Oh, very much so.
Great.
He asked me about it. I managed to say a few words, but he still would like those focused on as well. I'm sure you could charm your way through whatever you have to charm your way through to make him passive.
She's gripping her hands so tightly.
Good news,
Oh, Lady
everyone!
Miriam, if you would. Oh, Oodle, do you have everything ready for tomorrow?
No!
Also, where the fuck is your bird? Just curious.
Around!
I don't think that's like. I think we can put a pin in the bird talk. We have the stairs and.
Oh, I'll put a
there has
pin in
to
it,
be
all right.
investments.
I'll put a few pins in it, all right.
Well, wait, what happened? What? We need stairs and the investments tomorrow?
No. We need slides and investment
Yes,
ideas. tomorrow.
Slides! Oh,
But to handle the slides and also have peasants investing by tomorrow.
have you talked to the scribes yet?
Oh, they're working on stuff.
Okay, have them work on something else. Say
Like?
congratulations on investing in
Fucking lie about it!
in Oodle Corp, and we give every single peasant one share in Oodle Corp. Or, actually, no, scratch that, in Lorenzo Corp.
So now we're attaching my name to this.
Yes, it's going to be fantastic. All the benefit will go to you, Lorenzo, as you're the one who named it. You're the one who gives these peasants their wonderful money.
I'm not the treasurer. I'm the one who gets things done behind the scenes. You're the flashy
Ooh.
showman.
Counterpoint. What's the bastard's name?
Which one? There's a lot of them we know, unfortunately.
Arturo. We name it Arturo Corp. We incorporate in his name,
That's
and then
an
it's not our
idea.
problem.
No, it's his problem now.
This is
Yes.
my problem.
Oh.
No. See, if it's his problem, that
It'll
means
still be my problem.
if he does something stupid, all the blame goes on to him.
And not us.
It was his idea
Yes.
after all. He
We should
put
have
everything in
gotten to
Bitcoin after
sign
all.
Something.
Oh, I can get. Where's my guy's name? Hold on. What's my lawyer's name? I can get Estragon to help us out with that.
forgot you had a
Well,
lawyer.
perfect. All right.
A good lawyer.
A very good lawyer, yeah.
We give all the peasants one share in Arturo
Arturo.
Corp. Yes. And then we make slides. I'll call my asbestos guy.
I have a lawyer to go see. I'm gonna go see a Estragon.
Yes,
Not a
Estragon.
Not Astarion. Estragon. This would be a very different This would be a very different game if it was Astarion.
Estragon is in the middle of. It has just come out of a court, and he says, "Oh hey, good to see you, Lorenzo. You caught me in a great time. I'm in a good mood. I just proved, I just made it so that legally, asbestos doesn't do anything to you at all. So
Excellent.
That's
That's just what we needed. Also, I need you to write me up some documents to legalize a business named Ostero Incorporated, and we are going to, work on some signatures. You can do that.
Gotcha.
How do I want to do this? Because I forget that we have tools of the trade.
Oh,
And
yeah.
one of my tools of the trade that I always have is a
Mhm.
false royal signet ring.
Oh,
I forgot that I have that.
that's pretty big.
It is very big. That's a big
All
fucking
right.
deal. And go, he can, of course, be approved by the our rulership to make it. It will, of course, be legal. It will have the signet ring.
Mhm. Yeah. No. Of course. Listen, I would not.
I need
be
those
a
by
very...
today.
Ooh. Hey. Well, that's gonna be a rush job.
I'm gonna give you a very good
Those
investment
are-
in Turo Corp. Trust me, you'll have a lot of Bitcoin coming right back at you.
Ooh. Now see.
You are just the man who needs Bitcoin, I'd say. You would be perfect for it. Plus,
I don't
you
think I'm huge on Bitcoin.
you
I
do
don't think
owe
we
me.
established that I was huge on Bitcoin.
May I remind you who you work for? And that it is
I
me
mean,
who you are under the employment of, and it is me
I-
for whom you will answer to. Otherwise, we will have a very big problem, Asteragon. And I do not wish to have problems with you, my friend.
Lorenzo,
Yeah.
I love you, buddy. As a good lawyer, I work for myself. But he's waffling. I think that this feels like a what's it called? You are trying to sort of you've leaned into threatening, asserting your superiority with demands and
bit.
insults for disdain. So
Okay.
I think that this is where we'd be for that.
Yeah, I have a level in disdain, so
Oh, nice.
I have something of a shot. Yeah, that's why I was kind of leaning into that a little bit.
Yeah. And I think
please.
the negative here is that he will legally get himself out of any trouble with that paperwork, and he might end up sticking it with you, or sticking you with it. Yeah.
Well, what goes around comes around. Both of those die were a 2.
Woof. All right. So
No, I don't want to spend
Started
my
off
third
so
twist.
mighty. We started off so mighty.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
And so I think what happens here is that he says, "Yeah, I will. Hey, don't worry about it, Lorenzo. I'm gonna get this all squared away. And you know, working for you is its own reward a lot of the times."
Somehow I made my friend my rival, it feels like. And I haven't even encountered my rival. It's funny.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna have a lot of that paperwork, so I'm just gonna have to take that signet ring for like the afternoon, you know?
No. You'll be fine without it.
Okay. Then I need you to pre-stamp some stuff. I've just got a whole stack of
Just
things
stamping
here.
blank papers.
They're not blank. They are ownership forms of a company. And he has you signify a whole, or wants you to signify a whole bunch of them.
I'm getting... Lorenzo knows this game.
Okay.
Lorenzo has probably played this game before with people before. He doesn't like that
Perhaps
his
with
own...
Estragon.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is how both Estragon and Lorenzo do friendship.
That's how Lorenzo does friendship. But it's odd when Asteragon does it.
I mean, he is a good lawyer.
He is, which
He
is
wouldn't be
why
a good
when
lawyer if he wasn't able to at least like keep pace with like a person whose view of friendship is exactly this.
Which is why what I'm considering would be such a shame to happen to such a good lawyer.
Well, you can just do it anyway. It could be fun and interesting. Such a shame is usually
do it.
Usually a good call here.
Would we be in his office?
Yeah, I think so.
He doesn't have any employees, secretaries.
No, it's just the two of you right now. The secretary's out to lunch. He's turned around, searching for some papers. Yeah.
Asteragon, I have my hand patting his back. You are such a good lawyer, and I know this game that we play is fun, but I don't like the phrasing you're using here. It was nice working with you. I'm gonna stab him in the back.
Yeah, perfect. Estragon,
and covering his mouth.
Drops his pile of papers and lets out a muffled groan as you sort of lower his stabbed body to the floor. You do have a pile of papers now for creating a fake company that you can enroll every peasant in the city in.
I also get a ducat because I literally stabbed someone in the back.
You did. You do get a ducat for literally stabbing someone in the back. Very well done.
And he was such a good lawyer too.
He was.
Well, I'm gonna erase that friend from my
Yep.
from my thing.
Alas.
I'm gonna have to come up with a new friend, it seems.
What else are good friends for, but occasionally?
With friends like these, who needs enemies? Even though I
Stabbable.
still have one who's out there in the kingdom.
Carlotta's somewhere.
Yeah, she's somewhere.
Say anything like specifically other than just it was nice working with you?
No. Why would
So
I
just-
Why would I deign more words to someone who's already dead?
I don't know. You seem like the gloating type.
I am, internally. To the people who can actually hear my words.
Fair.
It doesn't count if they can't feel bad about it.
It's not as fun if they don't get to hear the disdain in my voice. No matter how subtle it is. It's not as fun for Lorenzo. Gonna get his handkerchief off of him, wipe my hands. Oh well, I can always find another one. Not as good as you, but and I will gather up the paperwork needed, and I shall take my leave stealthily. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Slip out. Now, filling out this paper for this fake, do you do that yourself? Do you hand it off to a scribe?
Oh no, I'm gonna do this myself.
Okay. I think doing that is complicated enough to require a roll and the ramifications. I think this feels like a study. You're scrutinizing information and details and setting it up so that everything falls onto
Sure.
any shit falls onto Arturo and ducks you in particular. The obvious consequence here is that you are going to screw up somehow in a way that if anything bad happens with this company, will come back on you.
Okay, unfortunately, study is not something that I have something in, so...
We'll see. Hope for partials. Or hope for 2 6s.
Yeah, I don't want to spend a twist just yet. The dice are cruel.
Yeah.
I rolled a
What are they
6
telling you?
and a
And a
1.
1. Oh, mean.
The
Yikes.
dice are
Throwing it in your
so-
face.
cruel to me.
Well,
still
that
have
is a
one
tragedy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you really want, no, a 1 doesn't get you anything worse. It's just a regular tragedy. And the I think, well, as I mentioned, what will happen here is that there's a little, for so slightly, you do decide to write yourself in as one of the co-founders, and you think that legally you create it in such a way as to like also immediately execute the sale to Arturo so that he's holding the entire bag. But there is just sort of a clause that sort of makes you a little bit
Responsible for
responsible, yeah.
Lorenzo just keeps kicking his own ass. It ain't doing him any favors.
That's the way. But you've got this now. You're all set. Arturo's all set to take the fall for when this company eventually fails.
Yep, using the fake signet ring to make it super official.
Yep, extremely official. Signed by the Infante and Inviolate. And you've got all that set. You've got whatever legalese to get every peasant in the city just sort of legally on board as an investor. I do think that you need to figure out how to distribute that, like how to either just get the name of every peasant in the city or pass around enough copies.
We've done survey, like what's the word?
Census.
Thank you.
There's a census.
Yeah.
We've done a census.
Yeah, go to the scribes and say, it's like, okay, I want you to write down the name of this person and say, congratulate, like, we're gonna have a blank slate that says, congratulations, blank. You have just invested into Bitcoin with the Turo company. Just fill in the name from the census and work your way through it. That's how I do it. And we're going to be making this an overnight job, so no sleep. Stacked coffee breaks, though. I'm not a complete monster. Stacked coffee breaks is fine.
A groan comes up from the crowd of scribes. Followed by a no. Everyone, very happy to tell you there's no problem. And a little bit of a bedraggled cheer at the stacked coffee breaks.
I'm the boss who celebrates everyone. I'm the boss who congratulates everyone with the pizza party instead of an actual annual raise. I'm that boss.
It's Jeffrey that does the bedraggled groan.
Now, did Baron and Lady Miriam have tasks that they were immediately working on that I'm just blanking on?
No. It was
Gotcha.
I think there was the slides.
Yes.
Slides issue.
I have a plan for that, so.
Oh.
Miriam can help you, because otherwise she's just gonna be sitting around.
As a twist.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I am going to use my chief architect of the castle, my chief architect title. There is one large slide in the castle because it just never got the stairs never got put in.
Just been the incline the whole time.
So it's just been the incline the whole time.
Yeah.
So
okay, is it like straight down or is it a spiral?
It's a spiral all the way down.
Oh God.
So I'm assuming me and Lady Miriam are spending the day or spending the night decorating the top floor as like the prototype slide room. So we can show the king that we have in fact started. It's going to take a bit for everything to get this way, but we
don't want to impede foot traffic.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, we are.
So what I'm hearing is that you've spent your third twist.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Keeping
Don't
track.
worry. I have money. I can get out of.
There's always ducats.
I have money and so many sconces. You don't even know.
Okay, so you've got a prototype slide.
Yeah, that we
Yes.
make it's so
To
nice.
make an
We make it
impression.
so nice.
Yeah,
Huh?
the room is just the prettiest.
It's so nice.
What kind of decorations, Lady Miriam, does the Infante and Violet for?
It's so ornate. It's so pretty. It probably is also pictures of him.
Yeah,
It's probably like
pictures of him
paintings that
doing good things for the people.
Yeah, of
I
course,
think.
of course. That's
Yeah.
all she paints is him doing good things for the people. Of
I imagine
course.
we also get a plaque that like is
Oh,
the
yeah. Fuck yeah,
like
baby.
what's this guy's name?
Infante and Violet, Intolus the Insolvent.
Yeah, so it's that
I hate it.
the royal that slide.
And also, there's next to the plaque, she like speed paints him, the king, taking the slide down and have it looking like he's having so much fun.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, he appears now, actually, conveniently.
Oh.
He said, "Oh,
Perfect.
I see a slide. I was told I should
Yes.
make my way here for a little surprise."
Yes, this is the slide.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Thank you.
Slide.
I'm so excited to see the progress we've already made. And he takes your hands, Baron, and he says, "Baron,
Yes.
this was all for you. It's for you and for the other people in the castle who have difficulty getting down the stairs. Just so we can make things more efficient and more accessible for you and other people with your disability of age, I think. Well, anyway, try it out." And he directs you to go down the slide.
I go down the slide until
Give me a
I'm
balance.
just out of sight.
Give me a
And-
balance, buddy.
Okay, well, hold on. Can I?
Sorry.
You know, I'm
Go-
going
go for
to
it.
because it's a spiral. You know, I go like 5 feet down. I then I go out the window and use my trusty parachute to get down to the
Right.
bottom.
Is there a window in this tower?
Yes.
Or I thought it was internal in the castle.
This tower is so dangerous.
This castle's
Yeah.
so fucking weird.
The other question I had, is it it's got the center post that they also spiral, or is it just
Yeah,
open in the
yeah.
center?
It's a center
I
post,
like
but
it
the
more if
center
it's
is
open.
Oh. Well, I was
I
going
think
to
I
say
like it
Right down.
open.
I was going to say it's a post that's hollow on the inside because you have to climb a ladder to
Okay.
get
That's-
to
my
the room because there's no
God.
stairs.
Yeah, that's fair.
okay,
You
yeah,
can
that
only go
works.
down.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a balance to see if you can pull off this daring
Okay.
act of
Come on, old man.
Knievel-esque stuntery. The negative outcome
That's
here
a
is
4.
physical harm.
That is a
Okay.
6 and a 4. I am not,
Not too bad.
dead.
Not too bad.
That's what is
Yeah.
mattering.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you do succeed in I think not going all the way down this unintentional slide.
Sure.
And you are able to cast yourself out the window with your parachute. Do you think so you managed to not piss off your monarch, which is awesome.
Excellent. All that's all that matters.
You have some difficulties. So one of the things about, well, I guess we've said that the thing just kind of works, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so it feels rough to just sort of say like, no, you actually crash. What's a funny complication? That kind of
He
fits
lands
in with
into
what
his
we-
enemy's laboratory.
Oh yeah, maybe this is nearby Stefan's.
I was gonna say that, or he crashes into the fucking bishop. One of the two.
Oh, that. Yeah, actually, what I think happens is you go into Stefan's laboratory.
Sure.
The archbishop happens to
where-
be there.
where the Archbishop is meeting with him, and you crash into the two of them together. And as you lay there kind of in a heap on the floor, the Stefan says, "Well, you know, Archbishop, foul and terrible incidents of ill fortune like this would not happen if we were under the sign of Ficus."
Oh, you bastard!
And the bishop says, "You know, I believe that's worth looking into for official church doctrine. And the misfortune here is that you have, for all intents and purposes, lost your battle with Stefan. The ficus has been added to the
This is the greatest insult you
This is the greatest thing to have ever happened.
And I think that what this means is that I'm going to give you the condition angry.
Sure.
So your out is to lash out at somebody important, and your consequence is you're stripped of one of your titles after a rash outburst. So remember that you have that there, and you will have to get mad at someone important if you don't want to face that consequence at the end of this session.
Okay, sure.
All right. So you've extricated yourself from Stefan's laboratory. Your fellow advisors are up to something. What have we do after your friend got pushed down the stairs? Fine. I think the Infante turns to you both and says,
"Oh, I'm here now. Cool.
Enjoyed that. Oh, you're okay. Yeah, you appear from the shadows.
I do."
You know,
I was like,
I think we've done well here for him. You just sort of make sure that he does this. Maybe move his room to this room. Maybe
I'll
his
make
office
sure
supplies.
he has someone with him at all times to ensure he takes the quick and proper way down to your grace.
Good, excellent, Lorenzo. You know I can always trust you.
Just
I can always count on Lorenzo.
It's because his name is the Fool, isn't it?
I thought it was
I'd be
he was
a
a count.
fool not to. I assumed it was because he was a count.
Well, that too.
And he takes his leave.
I
off
hate
to
it
do.
here.
Hey, you're the one getting fancy with him.
Now, you still do have the big reveal of everything.
That's
A
tomorrow's
big
problem.
parade. That is tomorrow's problem. Which we can flash forward to tomorrow if we'd like, if we have
We still
nothing
need
else
to
to.
Are we telling Arturo of the company that has been named after him, or is it a
No.
surprise? Okay.
Surprise!
I feel like I could convince him that it was his idea.
It was his idea
Yeah.
because when you teach, you of course need to have something for your students to invest in. So
Obviously.
it works out. Also, I have to free my fucking bird from that fucking pelican.
Yeah, you do.
The pelican is flying around in the background. Raven sitting around in its mouth.
It's
It hasn't swallowed yet. It's just holding it there. Now, what does this big parade look like? Everyone in the city is there, as per request. The marching band is there. They are. Well, I'll wait for a moment to describe the marching band.
I'm still here. I'm
what?
just having a coughing fit. I'm still here.
Okay, sorry about that. They are the marching band has struck up a original piece in which over the crowd, marching band songs don't usually have lyrics. This one does. Over the din of the crowd, you can hear that it describes in rather backhanded detail the incredible ingenuity of Lady Miriam in crafting an investment program for all of the peasants, kind of placing her at the kind of the peak of it, involving her very directly, maybe suggesting that she thought of it and that the Infante didn't actually think of Witcoin.
It's that church smile and just in her eyes.
Yep.
Just, I would kill you. I would kill you when I see you next. When we're alone, it's just you and I. You better not be alone.
Lorenzo's loving this because that means the blame won't be put on him.
Gives you a little wave from the head of the band. All of the best heads of state and ministers and diplomats are all here, and everyone's in attendance. And the Infante Inviolate looks overjoyed. He's reading through the special copy. The flyers are being handed out generally when he's not looking. And with each flyer is another Witcoin, and the peasants are they're reading them or looking at them and trying to find someone who can read them. Let's just sort of understand what's happening here. How's it going for all of you?
I'm about to do the fireworks display.
You sure are.
I'm assuming you need a concoct roll for me to have made these fireworks.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 6.
All right. The fireworks look excellent.
Can I say what they say? So like each.
Sure.
Yes, you're right. Prayer sparklers.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Thank you. Yes.
The phrase, because each one is a different letter, is
okay.
God says the Archbishop Valentino sucks.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. The Archbishop Valentino is happy when it says God. Starts to look apprehensive as we get through says. A dawning horror when we get to Archbishop. And then obviously through his name and into sucks, turns into absolute peals of anger. And he whispers something into the ear of an aide who disappears into the crowd.
Would that count as lashing out against someone important?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
So
cool.
Go ahead.
The
You've
most
relieved
public way you could have.
your anger. And there's a consternation from the crowd as the peasants
Of the few that
all
can
seem
read.
to be. The few that can, yeah, start to talk to the other peasants about what's just happened here.
Schism time, baby!
I would also like to introduce a twist.
Okay.
I would like to what happened is the pelican oodle is flying about, and one of the sparklers startle it so much that it releases my raven out of its mouth,
Yes.
and it goes back onto its original trail.
You have planned for this by making over time.
My raven is tough as feathers, even tougher than feathers. Iron feathers.
You planned for this by giving Baron Oodle's pelican oodles a negative stimuli response to loud noises. scaring it whenever possible with a loud noise, and causing it to disgorge whatever it's holding.
I'm gonna spend a ducat
Oh God!
to introduce a twist.
Okay. Yep.
Wait, can you spend a ducat to introduce a twist?
You can, yes.
And yes.
I have a ducat too, motherfucker. Hold on.
My twist is that long exposure to pelican saliva actually dissolves paper
It's in a scroll case!
and scroll cases.
Oh, fuck you!
You've prepared for this by giving oodles a specific, alchemically providing oodles with a specific kind of acidic saliva that will dissolve a scroll case, but not another bird.
Yes, yeah, precisely. So whoever it's going to, the Duke of Zobia, will get a messenger pigeon without any message.
Raven, and I still have a
Raven,
ducat.
Yes. Okay.
But I only have one thing I can use to do it for, and that's the Order of the Crow thing I have. Fuck!
Surely you can spend ducats. I mean, you can always use a ducat to introduce a twist.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me double check that, just so I can make sure I'm understanding the rules better.
Also, I am down.
Oh, you can't spend a ducat to declare a twist. Okay.
Yeah, I am down to 2 ducats.
Okay.
That means
Alternatively, if you run out of twists, you can always introduce a twist for free by saying, "Wouldn't it be funny if?" and suggesting it. And as long as we all agree that it would be funny, it happens.
That's right. I forgot about that. Just, I want to get this out there. I need more birds. Ah! I need to make another
You
copy.
need more birds? You need more birds? Is that what I heard? I can make it happen. I can give you more birds.
Yes! Yes!
Do you want more birds? I can give you more birds.
Lady Miriam, how good are your swan against a pelican? They can fuck up a pelican, right?
Swans are pretty nasty. Yeah.
Yeah, they can fuck up a pelican. Say one that could. I need a message delivered.
By fighting a pelican? By having a swan?
It's less of a message and more of, you need to send a message by beating, by beating the pelican up.
It's swan foo now. We have Judge Judo.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Sure. Yep. Swan Fu. Is there can we get a pelican one in here? Let's see.
Pela combat.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Pela combat.
Oh god. All fighting styles have fled my head. Pelican,
There's Crow Maga. There's Crow Maga.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Crow Maga, Peliquando. Sure.
Oh
we'll
my
get there.
god.
We kind of got there.
So
Bird
glad.
fighting
So
styles
glad.
and also Judge Judo.
Yes.
All right. Now, so you're releasing swans.
I can spend a twist to release swans. To what
All
end?
right.
I don't know, but I can release more birds. It's not one swan. Also, I want to remind, it is an angry group of swans.
As
a
many
flock of
swans as you
swans.
like.
And they're angry. And they've escaped.
It is
for
my
various
choice.
war crimes.
It is my choice of a trained bird. As it says from my Order of the Crow, it is my choice of trained bird.
I will spin a twist to release. How many swans do you want?
I'm gonna make a lot of different copies of the message using my own ink and paper and attaching it to the feet of all the various swans, waterproof like cases and such.
Wait, you're having them take the message?
Yeah. They're holding these messages.
It was your final twist that you made.
Uh-huh.
You made a bunch of copies of this message.
And having swans go ahead and deliver it instead.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Yes,
Yeah. So that's
angry
okay.
swans.
All right.
Very angry swans.
I would like to spend a twist.
No!
Fuck you!
Going to 1 ducat. Because of just how much paper the scribes are being produced, all the swans don't have a copy of the recipe and all that. They have all the paper is stock certificates of Arturo Corp.
They got it mixed up.
Yeah.
So you're sending Arturo Court messages.
Promo.
Sending shares of Arturo Court to the Duchy of Zobia.
Yes, yeah, precisely.
So they are now partial owners of Arturo Corp.
Yeah, which I'm sure will be fine for anyone who is connected to
My favorite
Arturo
thing
Corp.
is these swans are now very angry traitors of the crown.
Yep.
I mean, they're being exiled anyway. It's fine.
Okay.
God.
Well.
The amount of Uno reverse +4 cards that just got dropped in this goddamn session.
That was a lot. Bunch of swans everywhere throughout the crowd. And the
As a twist, I'm gonna use one of them.
Okay.
Sorry. As a twist,
Oh, go
I
for
do
it.
want to have John get bit so fucking hard. I just want to bite him in the ass so hard.
Iconic.
Yeah. John is screaming. The marching band. The marching band has been brought to a rout by the swans. John is screaming. He is being dragged into an alleyway by a swan.
Yes.
He's getting his ass kicked by a single swan. Fuck yeah. That's the angriest one. That's the angriest swan.
Yeah.
He knows what John did last summer.
And
He's got a personal beef with John.
the Infante turns to you all and says, "Now, are the swans part of it?
Yes. Yes,
It's helping to
absolutely.
spread your message.
They've invested in swans. We've invested in swans?
Yes.
Oh, raven. And the raven lights back down next to you. It's carrying something.
Yes. It is just a few. Actually, I don't know what it carries.
And
Is
he
this
Fucked up
opens
so hard.
he opens it, the scroll case, and he pulls out a kind of wet and soggy, and partially dissolved little thing, message. And he reads it and he says, "Oh, it's his correspondence with Zobia. This is treason." And Lorenzo, what's your name on this? And the bad news is when you got cursed.
You get a ducat. Merry Christmas. I now have 0 ducats.
You do get a ducat. The curse is
Merry
that
fucking Christmas, bitch.
it's an uno reverso on anything that has his name on it that's lifted from his alchemy labs. It just happens to
turn
be
into mine.
replaced. Yeah, which we're the name of whoever took it alchemically, you know.
Well, it works out that I got a ducat from that. Because as court jester,
Yeah.
I can spend a ducat and pass anything you were caught doing or saying off as a joke, however unlikely.
Yeah.
You're leaning in. You've accepted it.
So
Nice.
to play into that,
my
to
God.
play into that moment, to play into that
Yep.
is when he says, what is your name doing on this, Lorenzo? Lorenzo goes, oh! That is part of a ridiculous play that I am rolling it's a satire of what if I was in cahoots with Zubia, which we all know I would not be because I am ever so loyal to you. I mean, it's a bad joke, but it's a joke nonetheless. I promise you that.
He pauses for a second, and then he starts laughing. And agrees that there's nothing funnier than the idea that his most faithful, most trusted advisor, Lorenzo, would never betray him.
Never ever.
Thanks for the ducat!
Yeah, no, yeah, you earned it.
Question.
Yes.
Does that count as doing something flashy and impressive in front of everyone?
No, so the thing about conditions is you have until the end of the session. Like, you don't have that condition anymore. You just
I don't have the full
You
condition?
have the title. You
you get stuck with the consequence. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
You don't have humiliated condition anymore. You're just a fool now.
You're just the fool. Yeah.
Cool.
And we see one of the attendant, the assistant to the archbishop, kind of whisper over to one of the peasants in the crowd who picks up the piece of the wit coin that they have. They were given with their signed share of Arturo Corp, and they look at it and they bite it, and they say quite loudly, "It's just wood."
Fucking hell.
And everyone around them looks. They all start biting their coins as well. And yell, "It's just wood. Coin's just wood." And that's where we'll leave it off.
No!
Cool.
I like how Witcoin has become an overarching plot.
Yep. Yeah.
Unintentionally for this campaign.
It has.
It's
This
great.
is all your fault, Gabby.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not the treasurer, I'm the blackguard.
I also I've been watching the chat just slowly with more movies with the title, with swans in them, like movie titles. It's just so enjoyable to watch happen. I'm so glad I took that title.
Now,
So
as a reminder, that was a really good pick. Yeah, I saw that when I was reading through, and I was like, that seems.
We
Just
really
an
were
excellent
just
choice.
laying down skip card after Uno reverse
Yeah.
after plus
Yeah.
2 plus
Entire
4
session.
wild card.
Since we've sort of called it here, can we say what our agendas were? Because I think they were pretty.
None of us got him. Yeah.
No, that's not true. Gabby, why don't you go first with what your agenda was?
It was literally just obtain blackmail material of some sort on the player to your right, which Adam gloriously decided was you, Colton.
Yes.
And mine was the Sky Chamber does not exist. When the agenda of the player to your left fails, it will be mere bad luck.
You
And the player
bitch.
to Colton's left was, of course, you.
Gabby,
Which
of course.
means I succeeded.
Now, to be fair, Gabby also did succeed because it just said acquire blackmail material, not use
that is
blackmail
very
material.
true.
So you both succeeded on that one.
I did obtain it. I know it's there. I know what the blackmail material is.
Oh,
My God, I have the court.
Congratulations.
Well, it's yours, Chelsea, since it's all fair.
That's fine. Yeah, it was a foreign diplomat must be given a particular code word at a particular time. His actions thereafter are his own. It is one of my favorite ones. No,
We did
there
not
wasn't
quite
there
get
was-
to that one.
There was no way we could have in this session.
Yeah. It was a little crowded there at the end. Sorry about that.
If Gabby's plan of sending it hadn't have failed, maybe, but
Yeah, Colton made sure of that. But we have a game to play on the side, don't we?
We sure do. We have How's It Going, Jeffrey, in which I go from playing the magnificent liege of a kingdom and instead switch to playing the most down on his luck
luck present
imaginable, which is Jeffrey. So
how's it going, Jeffrey?
Well, it's not going great. You see, I struggle to remember what happened at the beginning of this session. I invested in I took what little sort of coin I had, and I invested in the new thing for dogs, the university for dogs, and they told me that it was going to be dogs teaching other dogs, I guess.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. That sort of was a bit of a waste.
I mean, it's dogs learning stuff, so it's kind of actually cool. Dogs learning new things. It's kind of neat.
No, sure, it's great for the dogs. It was kind of bad for me, but that's the way it goes. And I also went to what was the next thing that happened? There were so many successes that I can't what are the bad things?
We went to
It was like
Arturo.
We went to Arturo.
Okay.
Then we went to.
Yeah.
Then I had to talk to the Archbishop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I
Yep.
did some extortion.
Rotten
laundering.
eggs with
Okay.
launch.
Oh yeah, I did launch a bunch of rotten eggs.
That was
Oh,
the
and yeah. The bishop used my shirt to wipe the rotten eggs off of his face. So now
That's
I kind of
only
smell
fair.
like rotten eggs. No,
Hey,
it's only
you
it's
should
his
be
right.
honored.
It is.
You should be
It
honored.
is sort of
You
the,
got-
Honestly,
the right
yeah.
hand of God, as it were. Yeah. It is. Well, now I have sort of an egg-stained shirt. Absolutely, yeah.
It's food for later.
That's true, I suppose. And I did eat it a little bit later, which did make me actually quite sick. I was very hungry though, so because I didn't have any money to buy food because I
Who
invested
does?
in
Come on.
a school for dogs, and then I got a new job with a man named Arturo, and he put me in sort of in charge of just trying to set up trying to manage a schedule and set up some kind of lunch meeting, and then I kept trying to do that, and the assistant that I was trying to set up the lunch meeting kept pulling all sorts of hijinks to get me from even being able to reach the person that I was trying to set up a lunch meeting with.
I mean, that just sounds
and it
like a
all really
busy
sort of
schedule,
spiraled.
really. I mean,
That is, yeah, just the day-to-day life of any kind of office administrative assistant. Yeah,
seriously, you should expect that when you took the job. I mean, come on.
it's all hijinks and pratfalls, really. And I just, I was like, well, that'll be okay, because I fell down. I was leaving somewhere, and I fell down this slide, and then
Fun.
It turns out it wasn't supposed to be a slide, and the door wasn't open at the bottom, so I did smack right into the door and break most of my bones, and
Oh. Well, you
I
should
now
check
have
that
gangrene.
first.
I now have gangrene from the broken bones, and that smells even worse than the egg.
Green is in season this year, though. Fashion.
Yeah.
That's true, I
Very true.
suppose.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, since green's in season, I might as well, wear it to the parade. Not that I have much else to do. Not that I have much other choice, but. And so I was so excited to get another chance to invest in, and especially in the company that I work for. And then I found out Bitcoin is just wood, and I've sort of lost everything. And then,
I mean, you should never invest in the company you work for. That's never. I mean, that's just not.
no, that
Of
was
interest,
sort of a.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of
seriously.
took stock options instead of payment. I don't know really what I was doing there.
Yeah, well, that's
but-
on you.
That will work out in the long
Truly.
run, I've heard, though. So
Yeah, it would, and then all Witcoin got
And then wood.
eaten. It got eaten by a termite infestation that was very subtly introduced a couple of sessions ago, and has gone unnoticed until now. And so now there's no Witcoin either. And since it had sort of replaced all the real money, there's no real money either, and the kingdom's destitute, and I'm sort of implicated in that by virtue of working for Arturo Corp, and one of my bosses has been executed, and now there's quite a lot of talk about who else was to blame for Witcoin, and well, all in all, I guess you can't complain.
Oh god, this finale's gonna kill us all.
Oh,
Yeah.
now it's gonna be time.
We're supposed to
Dan's
be
gonna come back.
Be like, what the
And-
fuck happened? But also, we're
This is
supposed
gonna
to
be great for them.
be like, oh, go ahead.
Dad's gonna watch the VOD back, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck happened
What
to
the
the?"
fuck did you guys do?
A logical series of cause and effect.
But also,
Precisely.
I fucking love that we're supposed to be like so uninterested and like blow off, and none of us can sit through what's up with Jeffrey section without fucking losing our shit.
Adam is just too funny. It's not our fault.
Thank you.
Adam's just.
What's happening, Jeffrey? Or how's it going, Jeffrey?
Yeah, how's it going,
I
Jeffrey?
think like my favorite mini
so
game should be included
so
in
good.
something,
It's so fucking funny.
especially something like this. Just endlessly piling on
Jeez
Jeffrey,
Louise.
He's a terrible life.
the
Oh, boy.
average peasant who has to deal with all of this.
Yeah.
Well, that's this session. That's us. Thank you all very much for showing up. Let's do our outros. My name is Adam. Pluggables. I always skip these because I don't have any. I don't actually exist outside of this stream. As soon as the stream stops, I just like blink out of existence.
Dematerialized.
Yeah.
I dematerialize. This is the only place and time you can see me, which means that you'll have to catch me again before I stop existing forever after next week. Because
God.
this is a limited series. Next week, this same channel and time is our
Can't
last
believe
episode.
next week is already the last episode. These episodes feel like they go
Crazy.
so fast.
They've
I
gone by
know.
so fast. It's gonna be a fun one. They're all fun
God.
ones. This will be no different. We hope to see you there. But yes, I've been Adam. I've played the Infante Inviolate, Intolus, the Insolvent, and my players.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. My face hurts from laughing so goddamn much. You just saw me playing Lady Miriam. When I'm not here, I am still here on Fridays, playing Dragon's Crown with myself and Gabby and our lovely producer Franz, who is the DM/producer for Dragon's Crown. So coming out with us tomorrow. It's stressful. So just be prepared for that. When I'm not on Nerdsmith, however, I am on pretty much any social media. And when I say any, I mean any. Under the username DingItBarb, I primarily use TikTok and Twitter, and sometimes Blue Sky, but mostly TikTok and Twitter. And I stream sometimes here under the same username. Life is a nightmare though, so I haven't had time to do it. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I had fun. My face hurts.
Hello, my name is Colton. I have been your Baron Oodle for the evening. Oodle, yes, Baron Oodle the fourth, the undefined. And I just want to say thank you all for watching, and follow me on Twitter, just like my favorite author just did during this game, which is, kind of cool.
Name drop. Tell us right now.
Vajras Chandra Sekera.
Oh yeah.
Wrote Saint of Bright Tours. And then, so that's Colton Z9 on Twitter. And then I'm also on the Star Wars 5e actual play podcast set in the High Republic called For Light and Dice, which is very fun. You should listen to it. And I think that is me. I don't really exist on anything other than Twitter. despite God and everything else telling me to skedaddle from that. So, yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. I got scared. I don't know how to segue things.
I'm Gabby. I use he, they pronouns. And you just saw me play as Count Lorenzo, formerly the Snake, now the Fool of House Bella Rosa, who uses he, him. Jesus Christ. You can find me at Blabby Gabby, no space, no underscore, or anything like that, on a lot of social medias, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. I am a streamer, on weekends and Wednesday evenings at 6:30 PST. I am also a voice actor, so I'm in the works with some projects that I'm very excited when those happen to announce those. Yeah, I think that's kind of my big ones. Oh, I'm also on Dragon's Crown.
And speaking of Dragon's Crown, I have been reminded that there is a giveaway tomorrow. One listener, watcher.
Two people.
Yeah, one will win a keychain and one will win a sticker of Petunia.
Petunia!
I'm assuming
of your choice of Petunia. There are 5 colors.
Oh, nice.
Petunia is my dwagon. Petunia is my dwagon.
Jay, who's been in the chat under, I believe, JTXT, I believe is what their username on Twitch is, did the art. And it's really cool. And come hang out, because you're gonna want to win one. You're
gonna want one, because love my baby girl. Love my Petunia.
Yeah, so make sure you don't miss that. I think that's everything. It's been a great time. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, my players, for being here. This was fantastic. Excellent job as always.
Thank you for running it.
We'll have you next week, Dan. You're gonna come back to us, Dan.
Please,
yes, yeah, we are excited to have Dan back next week.
We need someone to beat off all the peasants, the revolting peasants.
You're so right.
We need our muscle-bound lady
and her horse.
All right,
and
we will see you all
Sir Peanut.
next week. Tune in, catch the last episode of Nerdsmith Presents. Yes, my liege, running Most Trusted Advisors. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.